Yesterday was not a good day for me, just in general, mentally, and also just dealing with this. And I had a bit of a meltdown on Jeff FM yesterday. And how's your day going? Because that's a question that we should be asking each other a lot more. How are you? How are you feeling today? Are you mad? Are you angry? Are you sad? Did your dog just die? You know, and how that affects our day-to-day behavior on this planet, because we're humans. We're all humans, and we're all going through something. We're all doing the absolute best that we can out there. We're taking it day by day. I have days like yesterday was a really bad day for me. Today I feel really good. I'm happy that I'm here with you guys today, but we're all humans and we're all just doing the best we can and trying to live the best way that we can. And hopefully we get to a point where soon we start being a little bit better to each other. I try to, as much as humanly possible, avoid conflict, because I hate the idea that something I might say might affect someone else's desire to live, desire to be happy. And I just wish that as a people, we could all just add a little bit more positivity into this world. And it's talking about things that are rare today. I think that's one of the most rare things. And so shoot someone a smile, ask somebody today how they're doing. And even if it's somebody that's on the opposite end of the aisle from you, somebody that thinks a little bit differently than you, find a way to look at that person as a brother or sister, and it'll make the world a better place. Welcome back, Hasan. I was just talking about positivity.
Yeah, no, I heard.
It's gone, dude.
I heard.
Dude, we are in a wild time, bro. We are at a wild time right now on the internet. It's a really scary place. You can say whatever you want about the platform that is X, formerly known as Twitter, but dude, the stakes have been raised. Hasan, the stakes have been raised. Dude, this little lover right here is
she's the best.
She's special. It's a rough week for me with dogs. I had to put my dog down.
Oh yeah, I heard. I had to do that during COVID. I had a pit bull. His name was Fish, and no, I get that. It does get better. I will tell you this.
Yeah. The issue with it was, for me, was it's my mom's dog, Finny, sweet fox terrier, 9 years old. She had kidney disease for the past 2 years, and she just lives alone with my mom. And my mom is like my favorite person on the planet, her and Finny. And so by way of Finny having this happen in the past week, it affects my mom greatly, and that affects me greatly. And yeah. I just want to say yesterday was not a good day for me, just in general, mentally, and also just dealing with this. And I had a bit of a meltdown on Jeff FM yesterday.
Yeah, people sent me a clip of it, and they wanted to ask what was going on there. I didn't watch it, but
I mean, like, simply put, like, Ryan, who's a recurring guest on the show, he's on every episode. You know, great kid, and somebody I've been friends with. He called in a couple months ago to deliver the news that his father had passed. The way that it was delivered was in a very, like, jovial manner, and that's how some people deal with death. That's how some people grieve.
Yeah,
you know, he was doing lines of coke off Jesus's face on you know, what's the DVD called, the Mel Gibson
Passion of
Christ, like doing them off the cover, and everybody was laughing and joking. So I made a joke that was basically like, hey, I have a 8 o'clock, I have to go. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just getting wild, right? And the whole conversation like made me uncomfortable a little bit. I guess evidently he had taken some offense to that. So when he called in yesterday, I was actually actively, like, sad, grieving, like hardcore, talking about the loss of my dog and how it was affecting my mom. And he called in and just was like, hey, look, I got to still play with my cat. Like, haha, like, sucks to be you. Like, and kind of took that approach. And I had a really weak moment. I flipped over the desk, like smashed like Jeff's podcast.
Flipped over the desk?
You can pull it up if you want.
Bro, what the That's
Listen,
awesome. No, he deserves it. Jeff, okay? He deserves that smoke after what he did to me.
Right now.
After what he did to me, he deserves that retribution. Righteous retribution.
No, Jeff got nothing happened to Jeff as a result. He loved it.
Oh, he put it in the front. He put it in the beginning.
No, for Jeff, he'll monetize it.
Dude,
He'll monetize my pain immediately, bro.
I know.
He did no. That to Jeff's defense, he called me. He was very concerned about me when I left. These are jokes, but he was very concerned about me, and he made sure that I was okay after. But I had an emotional day yesterday, and I apologize to Jeff's audience and to Jeff too for having that moment. Death is hard, bro. It's really hard. It was a really rough week for me, and I feel bad about doing that. And everything's okay now.
By the way, we all love Jeff. For the record, I feel like I need to state this because, like, this is my usual, like, politics audience, and they don't know the comings and goings of, like, my friendships or whatever, or who these people even are. Maybe, bro, isn't that your barber? Exactly. Yeah, it's my blind barber, Jeff. But anyway, yeah, no, that's awesome.
I had a bad moment, and like guys, that type of stuff is unacceptable. It makes for great programming, like everybody's laughing at it, but
Yeah.
you know, I think the situation was basically people.
Live streaming my ass off right now. This shit's way too hard. You know what I'm saying? At Hasan Piker, you piece of shit. No, you ruined his set harder than his landlord did.
Maybe not that bad. Maybe not that bad. His landlord flooded the whole set.
Yeah.
But
I'm joining the war on landlords on the side of landlords after that one. Yeah. This guy, okay, he deserves to have his desk pulled over.
I threw a chair too. Like it just like,
bro. Was that real?
Like he sets it up as a teaser.
Yeah,
like,
he put it in as a teaser. Wait, where is it? Is it the end?
Yeah, you can. No, you go back a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Okay.
Right. So there's the call.
Oh, well, you're here still. This is
Go
the
back
call.
just a little more. And apologize to you. I'm sorry that what I said
There
that
we
day
go. This is 2 months late.
upset you.
Thank
More,
you.
you could hear the part about the dog. Like
Yeah. Okay.
But
Well,
you
we don't have to relive this.
Forget it. Forget all of it. Anyways, it just was a rough day for me. We have bad days as people. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like for me, with how my brain works and my mind works, like if I'd come on this show yesterday, Hasan, like we wouldn't even be having a good conversation. Like
I feel that.
I'm kind of at the whim of my mind sometimes. So yesterday was not a good day. So but
Ask
today's
Mike
a
if
good
he
day.
remembers that time I smoked him in Qzar at
Milford
Milford Amusement. The fuck?
Bro, that's where I'm from, Milford, Connecticut. Shout out to anybody watching this in Connecticut right now. Also,
Well,
anybody
apparently
that,
this guy.
yeah. Also, anybody that plays Qzar or laser tag. Shout out to you guys.
You got fucking owned apparently at Qzar.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, they wanted me to ask you this, so it's just you know. I get it though. And people, it's so funny because like part of being, I guess, like influencers online creates this like narrative or this false reality in the eyes of those who are watching that think that like they know better the personal relationships that people have that they're watching on camera, and then they make up these like
Fan fiction.
they make up they make up this like they make up their minds on it, and they're like, no matter what you tell me, I bet you're faking it right now to save face. Like I bet you actually hate Jeff and you hate Ryan and what you did was unacceptable and like it's really up and I will hate you forever for it. Like that sort of shit. It's really interesting, and it is a totally new phenomenon. But going back to another thing that the internet does that you brought up earlier, like back in the day, if you saw someone reading the National Enquirer, you would know to avoid that person if they thought it was serious, right? These context clues that we use, the overall like sussing out of the vibes, I would say, in a person-to-person interaction, we do not have online. So because we do not have that online, everyone, when they are just writing out a script, a text online under the guise of anonymity especially, can come across as reasonable, even if they're saying insanely unreasonable shit. And I think that has broken people's brains a little bit. The more we only have connections with other humans online rather than in person, the more we lose sight of the like what makes us human, a social animal, because being a social animal is changing at a rapid clip. And we don't have a way of like dealing with that, in my opinion.
We're cyborgs now.
Yeah.
Like I 2 years ago, I was fighting this. I was telling people like, yo, this is dangerous.
Yeah.
This, by the way, this is dangerous. More than dangerous. It's beyond dangerous. It is a destroyer. It is a destroyer of worlds, a destroyer of happiness, a destroyer of contentness, a destroyer of, it is a promoter of the grass is greener. It is a promoter of disinformation. And all of this ideation behind the truth is on the internet. Social media is promoting the truth. If you're able to go and find the truth, actually find the truth right now, you're working your ass off to find that truth.
Yeah, no,
it is not
lost,
in your face.
It's
all
lost
this,
in a sea.
All of the people that claimed, as I said earlier, to be the saviors, the people that were going to save us from the mainstream media and their lies, are the new mainstream media. The people that replace them are now the pundits who are getting the payments from the brands to promote lies. It is the same corporate ownership structure that existed with CNN and Fox News. It is just now democratized for individual personalities.
Yeah.
End of story. So the idea that there's some insane overload of truthhood that exists on the internet is stupid. It's not true, unless you're looking for it deeply and deeply researching your evidence. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yelling. To go back to a topic that you describe over, or talk about more than anybody, when you ask me how I'm doing, or if someone asks me how I'm doing, it almost to a point nowadays it becomes irresponsible for me to ever say I'm having a bad day. Look around us. Look at what is going on in Gaza. Look at what is going on some of the streets in our own country.
Yeah.
And so, oh my God, dude.
You know, you're absolutely correct.